Welcome back and thanks for staying with the SABC News channel. So in a significant legal showdown that's gripping the country, the ANC and uMkhonto weSizwe party find themselves embroiled in a contentious dispute around the ownership of the iconic uMkhonto weSizwe trademark. The controversy has escalated with the emergence of an organization called Legacy Projects asserting their rightful claim to this trademark, citing negligence on part of the plaintiff, that's the ANC, in conducting a thorough trademark search before litigation. So let's bring in our guests on this to speak about what's actually taking place here. Representing Legacy Projects is Tebogo Sithathu, who joins us now in our studios. I'm hoping we'll also speak to a legal representative for you to get you a sense of what should happen legally moving forward. Tebogo, it's great to have you in studio with us. Thanks for making time.
Thank you.
All right, so a lot has been said about this icon. Let's begin by just understanding Legacy Projects and the work they do and how you came about to trademarking the icon, which you've now, I suppose, worn in the MK regalia today.
Okay, thank you for having me. Let's start here. I want to pay tribute to Mama Winnie Madikizela Mandela for, we remember her today. I always say legends don't die, they multiply. So may her undying spirit rest in eternal peace. Thank you very much. But I'm here to actually set the record straight.
Sure.
I heard in your introduction, you introduced me as part of the Legacy Project. I was going to be part of the Legacy Project. I've provided some documentation to that effect. So we were in negotiation with a director on the Legacy Project, Mr. Mangisi Khumalo. So Mr. Mangisi Khumalo was the one we were engaging with, and we had agreed that I was going to be a director and part of the Legacy Project in terms of assisting with the programs going forward. But what actually transpired at the later stage, it seems as if there's some internal fighting amongst themselves. So I had to come and set the record straight because there's been a lot of confusion around this. We have had an agreement with Mr. Mangisi Khumalo, but he's since gone AWOL on us. But let's go back to the case.
Hold on. What you're saying is important though, because then what connection do you have to this trademark?
Absolutely.
If you're not part of this organization yet?
Yeah, I'm going to explain. We were engaging exactly on that note, that the Legacy Project owns the trademark.
Right.
That one doesn't change, it's a fact. If you do the search, the Legacy Project NPO owns the trademark, and that is why we were in conversation with them. That is myself as IP Justice. I was in conversation with them and they wanted to rope me in there up until it surfaced that Mr. Mangisi Khumalo did not consult with the other directors in that line. But what I appreciate about the truth coming out about the spear and the spear and the shield device, which is in contestation in court, is that it is owned by a third party. So it's not owned by MK, neither is it owned by ANC.
Right.
And which begs the question, why is the ANC taking MK party to court on something that they do not own?
All right, you might have answered this question, but I just want to make sure that I'm following this correctly, right? So Legacy Projects is its own entity, which you were hoping to be a part of. Legacy Projects owns the trademark to this symbol of the warrior with the spear. You are part of another organization, I think you said is Intellectual Justice.
Yeah, IP Justice.
IP Justice. What connection does IP Justice have with Legacy Projects? What brings you two together?
Obviously, the issue of the logo itself.
Right.
When we were doing a search ourselves, we deal in the intellectual property space. So when we were doing the search, we found that they own it. So through our facilitators, they convened a meeting between myself and the Legacy Project director, who's also a communications channel between Adams and Adams, who helped them register the logo back in 2014. So that's how we got together.
Right, okay, I think I follow. Yes. You wanted to provide a service essentially
basically,
to Legacy Projects, given the litigation that's taking place.
Absolutely.
We're on the same page.
Yeah.
All right, now whilst we hold on to that, I can't help but see that you're wearing MK regalia. You've been known to be in the political space for quite some time, affiliated with the ANC initially.
Yeah.
It seems your alignment has changed. So let's just understand the vantage point from which you speak to us today, because it appears there are a number of hats, right?
Yeah.
You're part of IP Justice,
Yes.
but seemingly an activist with the MK party.
Absolutely, absolutely. Remember what President Zuma said. He has not left the ANC, so he actually is campaigning for MK party to fix the very same ANC. So, you know, quite rightly said, we have been in the ANC for a very long time, and you know, people stopped listening to us. So what do? So you have to find a way, if people don't want to listen to you in an organization that you've served with everything that you've got, with your heart and soul. So the best thing is that for me, it became a natural progression when MK Party was announced by President Zuma, and then I jumped ship. Right now, I'm 100% MK, and I even founded the MK Creative Council to create a home for the creatives, because of I'm a creative myself, because of as you know, even with the copyright amendment bill, we're still sitting and not knowing whether we are in sixes and sevens, not knowing what is happening. The ANC government has not listened to us. I'm sure you've seen when I grabbed the mic and sang a Zuma song, which is an ANC song, by the way, and they took the mic from me. So basically, it was just a cultural expression. So to show that ANC stopped listening to people, it has stopped listening to creatives in particular, because of even now, the copyright amendment bill is yet to be signed, but there are provisions that we don't want, like fair use, and the ANC has not listened.
And I got you. Let's not conflate issues. So let's just try come back to this trademark
it's
issue.
IP,
as I try again place the kind of involvement you have. So in your relations then with legacy projects, are you speaking to them as a member of the MK party or as part of IP Justice to give them some kind of legal advice about what to do with the litigation that's currently unfolding in Durban?
Yeah, you see, I would say Mr. Mangisi Khumalo misled us, because we were talking, we were interested in the heritage of the uMkhonto weSizwe as in contestation. We were interested in providing programs. As you know, it is registered. They registered it in Class 41. So that is entertainment. So it falls within our sector. The creative and the cultural sector is Class 41 for entertainment, for legacy programs. So that was our interest as IP Justice. So I was not engaging them as MK. I was engaging with them as a creative, number one, as well as a director of intellectual property justice, because we have a direct interest in the issues of intellectual property.
But some people might say we're showing up and hang up. I mean, you've got an invested interest by virtue of being part of the MK
Well, there's
party.
nothing wrong with that. And it seems to have come out that the other directors were in conversation, not Mangisu, the other ones, in conversation with the ANC on the very same thing. So for me, is that they must sort out their mess internally, because they've been talking to different people at different levels. But yes, I met Mr. Mangisi Khumalo at his house. We spoke. We had agreed. It was just for him to sign the resolution. So and that's when we released that. Even when I released the statement, why would I release a statement so scathing and so confident when I had not concluded very important discussions?
That's a good question.
Yes.
That's a question I put to you. Why would you do that if you hadn't signed it?
Yeah, because I was just, signing was just a formality. I was just waiting for Mangisi to sign.
So what happens now if the legacy projects come through and they don't take you on as a director?
No, it doesn't matter anymore. In fact, I've been in conversation with one of the other directors who called me subsequently about this matter, because he had not been informed by Mangisi. So I would say Mangisi misled us. But I've had conversations with Mr. Rapidze, and I've told him what happened. So I wanted to set the record straight, because I wanted to close this thing properly. So I don't have any interest of becoming a director anymore in the legacy project.
All right. I'm pressed for time. Another quick question I'm going to slip to you. Do we know what legacy project's standing is insofar as the litigation in court is concerned? What do they want to happen?
Very good question. The ANC does not have local standi. in this case. Why? Because of in terms of the statutes, the trademark has been registered by Legacy Project. So if there was anybody that would have taken MK Party to court on this matter, it should have been Legacy Project.
Right.
So right now they're not in court. NC is in court. So I think the NC was going to lose this case, and they should. And we are watching this judgment with keen interest if the judiciary is going to be fair.
Tebogo, I just want to get a final take from you. You've mentioned something very important. Yes, you're not necessarily officially part of legacy projects, but there's also infighting in legacy projects.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what happens, I mean, do you envision them even having an opportunity to engage any of the parties around what to do with this logo?
Well, I don't think it's my place even to decide for them, and I think I just wanted to say, I'm here to set the record straight because of I've been noticing that they are talking amongst themselves, fighting, disagreeing, but Mangisi himself is avoiding to have a conversation with me. He's saying things to others without me being there. So I wanted to call him out on national television to say, you are a fraudster. You know what we have discussed. So now you are scared of whatever that you are scared. I'm not scared. Then I'm not scared. So if you are scared of people that they think you sold them out, it's your problem.
Right.
But as for us, we have nothing to do with this anymore going forward. And I'm just watching the case with keen interest that the judiciary should rule in the favor of MK. There's no case here.
Okay, all right. Says Tebogo Sithathu, who of course is part of the MK party and also part of IP Justice. A lot of allegations being made there, by the way. So, our team will certainly listen out to get you a right of reply if you feel your name has come up and you've been unjustly accused of something which you deny. What a rabbit hole this has turned out to be. Thanks nonetheless for keeping up with the agenda, and thank you very much indeed for being with us. Back again with you at 9 o'clock from Studio 9 tomorrow.